Gonna do a little something different today. These chrome clad wheels that come on these newer Rams. A lot of people want to know how to remove the chrome cladding, which I would highly suggest, because if you look here, this truck is 2021. I bought it the second month of this year. And underneath where that chrome cladding was, there's already heavy pitting from the dirt and the water that's getting trapped behind that chrome clad. Now I haven't removed the adhesive from these wheels yet, so they're still looking a bit ugly. But I went ahead and tried one off camera to make sure that this works. Then I have a way to get the chrome off this plastic, so I can also paint this black so it matches, because that chrome cap on the black wheel doesn't really look right. But I'll go ahead and set up on the other wheel up front, and I'll show you how to take that chrome cladding off. Alright, so what you're gonna do first is you're gonna take the hubcap off, and there's little grooves on two sides. Pry up on that, comes right off. And if you have wheel weights on the outside of your wheels like I do here, you're gonna somehow just make a mark where the center of that wheel weight is. And then once we take this off, you'll be able to just hammer that wheel weight right back on where it is, and the wheel should be still nicely balanced. This tool here is an old school hubcap wheel weight removing tool. If you don't have one of these, you can use a pair of needle nose to pry a wheel weight off. This just makes it way easier. Alright, now for the magic trick, you can do this without heating anything up, but a torch will, you heat up where the adhesive is, and it makes the adhesive way easier to deal with while you're pulling this ring off. Doesn't take a lot of heat. And I really wouldn't heat up the entire thing. I just heat up this little top bit to help you get your pry bar in there, because once you get this started, it's really easy. That back one I did without even heating the wheel up. So this step you don't really even have to do. But it should help it just a little bit easier. So now you're gonna find a spot right there in between the wheel and this cover. Okay, there, I got a good bite, so I'm gonna start it over here. hear the tone difference as I'm smacking it. Finally getting up in there. There we go. Just work it around the edge here. There we go. You can see the amount of dirt that is trapped in between that cover and the wheels. It's just insane. And this truck, you know, not even a year old, and it's rusting out behind that cover. So now I'm gonna take the cover off the other two wheels on the truck, and then I got an idea on how to get this silicone off, because that's all this is. It's just silicone sealant. I could chemically remove it, but then the paint and primer, if there is any primer on these wheels, would be completely ruined. I want to try to not do that, so I have an idea of how to do that with minimal amount of repainting. As you can see, I got rid of pretty much all of the silicone. All I did was use wire brush on an angle grinder. Just worked my way around. It's still a little dirty. I'll have to get the power washer out, brush it down with some soap, but then after that, tape off the tire and rattle can black, good to go. Alright, now I'll show you the trick to removing chrome off plastic. It is amazingly easy. Torch. Same torch we use to heat up the little chrome plates to get them off the wheels. Now you want to be very careful, because it is just plastic. But if you heat this up just a little bit, you can see it bubbling. That bubbling and wrinkling is the chrome separating from the plastic, becoming unbonded. If you had a heat gun, that would probably be safer, but I don't have a heat gun. Might have to hit some of these spots another time, especially around the ram head and these lug nuts, because there's a lot of bends and stuff. I'm trying not to stay in one spot too long. We're gonna let that sit there and cool off for a little bit, and then we'll come back to it. Alright, so we've let it sit here and cool off for a while. I can touch it. It's warm, but I can touch it. We're gonna find a crease here. And just start peeling it off. And there you go. I would definitely use a heat gun instead of a torch, because I burnt the plastic in a few places and you can see some blemishes even through the paint. I might sand it down, prime it, see if that takes away the blemishes, but that's how you get rid of the chrome. And as always, guys, drink more water.